Let's listen in.
A brief review of what happened, where we are, and where we're going. I want to state that we're hopeful you'll respect Dwayne and his family's requests for privacy, both personally and related to the medical nature, and he not be hounded by various folks trying to get one-on-ones and these types of things. 12,414 witnessed live what happened, and many more on TV as Dwayne went down. Emergency squad took him to the hospital, where he was kept overnight, seen by a team of cardiologists. Before he was released the next day, they ran a battery of tests and procedures for him before they say you're healthy enough to go home. I will say at this time they're still in the process of determining what caused the problem. We don't know. The tests that they ran gave them, we can rule this out, we can rule that out. Additional testing will continue. He saw a doctor yesterday, a team of doctors. We'll see others in the weeks to come, and our major only concern right now is for Dwayne Polee's health, and that's what everyone should be worried about. Not how soon is this or how. We're worried about making sure that Dwayne is healthy. And if and when he is cleared by the doctors to participate, then we'll deal with that. But when he was released, he was told, you can resume normal daily activity, but no physical activity, which obviously means no basketball. So Dwayne was with us yesterday at practice, watched, bounced the ball, wanted to be out there, but knows that he has to patiently wait and hope, which is what we're all going to do. Dwayne had a similar issue occur last December of 13, about mid-year, where during practice he looked as if he were stumbling, went down to a knee, then onto his side. Within seconds, literally seconds, Tom and I were at his side. He was sitting up, then stood up, but Tom and I agreed, felt it was imperative that we dial 911. They came. He walked himself to the gurney and got on. He was taken to the hospital where a battery of tests were performed. He was cleared to leave that hospital, and then after, he missed a couple of games, I think, then he was, and we were told by doctors that he could resume all physical activity. He was monitored as the season went on. He had no reoccurrences of anything, played the whole season, and you saw how he played when the season came down to the end, with no reoccurrences. He met again with the doctors. They did another battery of tests and procedures, and he was given full clearance again, once again, in the spring or early summer. Business as usual, just as it was when you finished. So, again, our major concern is Dwayne Polee and his health. That's what our responsibility is. We've got a great team of doctors, not a good. We've got the best trainer in the United States of America, Tom Abdenar, who are doing their due diligence and then some. So we feel like there's a team in place. Again, we ask that you respect Dwayne's request for please don't hound he or his family. I think now Dwayne would like to make a comment, followed by a comment from Dr. Richburg, and then we'll entertain any questions that anyone may have.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys all for coming out to hear what I had to say. Me and my family were very appreciative of all the well wishes that I received and all the prayers. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that sent their prayers out for me. I'm fine now. Everything is going good. And you know, I want to say thank you to all the doctors and all the nurses and the medical staff that's been looking out for me this past week. And right now, I'm just looking forward to working with the team of doctors and the medical team moving forward, and I'm looking forward to joining my team.
Dr. Richburg, you want to add anything that I said and fill in the blanks?
Well, I'm not. I really can't talk about specifics for the individual case, out of respect for Dwayne and his family. But in generalities, you know, we have run a bunch of tests. There's been several doctors involved, and things that we do know, it does not appear that he has some of the serious entities that are well publicized, such as hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, a big term that's what Hank Gathers had. That's what Hank Gathers had. He was originally cleared by the doctors. Then he went back out on the court and didn't make it. So it does not appear that Dwayne has that. It also doesn't appear that he has a common entity called Marfan syndrome. Marfan syndrome is an entity that also has been well recognized in the public, such as there's a player, Isaiah Austin, had it in the 2014 NBA draft, and you probably know the result of that. So we know that it appears he does not have those entities, and the medical team is still running tests, and until we find a diagnosis that is a firm diagnosis, then we really don't have a whole lot to say about what else, what could be happening or what will happen.
Okay, thank you. A reminder before we start the question and answer part of the session, Dr. Richburg.
Okay, that is a news conference about SDSU forward Dwayne Polee's condition. As we know, he collapsed during a basketball game on Monday. Still trying to determine apparently the cause of his collapse, the cause of his condition. Coach Steve Fisher saying more tests will be run. Our own Steve Smith will have more on this coming up in sports.